Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and we give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. Well guys, in this video, I'm going to give you my perspective of where I think we're at. Is the next stop for Bitcoin 20,000 or 30,000? Because we're right dead in the middle between 25 and 25.5 right now. But I want to give you my perspective. You know, I work one-on-one with a lot of customers. I get a lot of questions. And guys, for some reason, everyone seems to want to step in this market right now because they think we're at the bottom. Now, I'm not saying we are. I personally believe that Bitcoin may have has had its bottom for this bear cycle. However, I think it's definitely going to go at least test around it, or maybe sniff around 20,000 and maybe break it at least. And if that happens, your altcoins are going to go make new lows as a group for this bear run. And that excites me. For right now, guys, the altcoins are bleeding against Bitcoin. Let them bleed, guys. This is not financial advice, but in my opinion, there's no reason to run out and start stacking these projects right now. They're going down in a bear market, in a bad economy. Leave them alone. That's my opinion. But let's get into it. Well, what you're looking at on the chart, guys, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin now is somewhere around 25,000. Let me see if this will let me get my prices. 25,000, 25.5. That's your support, guys. If we break this support, next stop, you don't have any, realistically, you'd have to say right in here, 21.7, somewhere in there. I mean, it'll start getting a little resistance right here, but really, and then you really go back in here. So realistically, 21.7, it's going to start testing that. And my thoughts are, I don't think it's going to hold even there. Now, we may get another pump from there, another small bear pump, but then I think it'll come back and continue to just go down in September. Again, I could be wrong. We could get a spot ETF announcement tomorrow or something crazy. But guys, in my opinion, for the rest of the year, no matter what happens, no matter what news, the odds are whatever pump we get, if we get one, it's going to come back. It's not starting the bull run. I believe that it may pump. There's a good chance that, let's say, toward the end of the year, first of the year, if we get a little pump that gets everyone FOMOing in, and then we get that crash, then the bull market will start. But either way, guys, there's a lot of different indicators we can get. So to make this part clear, I think next stop is 20,000, somewhere in there before it hits 30. Now, everything is lining up. The dollar is taking off, getting stronger as we speak. Everyone was saying that it was coming down last week, but look at that, guys. Here's one thing to think about for the dollar. I just try to use common sense. I've been around a long time. You know, I was trading currencies 30 years ago, and I had to follow what was going on in the world. But if you think about it, the dollar is pretty much the strongest, most dominant currency in the world. Forget BRICS and all that for right now. Now, we have printed more money than you can absolutely imagine, which weakened our dollar. But almost all the other countries around the world outprinted us. And here's where we're at now. The government, our government, is trying to do something about it. We're raising rates, which makes the dollar stronger. We stop printing money. At least that's what they say. It's making our dollar stronger. Well, guess what, guys? The majority of the world owe us a lot of money. They have debt to us just like we have debt to, say, China. Well, how are they going to pay us when the rates are going up? Well, they got to print more money. So the stronger the dollar gets as far as just our economic tightening, it's going to make our dollar stronger. And as it gets stronger, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy basically. The dollar's going to get stronger and the other currencies are going to get weaker because they're going to have to keep printing money. So even if the dollar pulls back, we know the other countries are going to print more money than America. So I expect the dollar to stay fairly strong. And when the dollar's strong, it makes Bitcoin weak, if you want to generalize. Now, the S&P is really close to making an all-time high, guys. In this environment, I know the U.S. government flooded the world with money, and Wall Street bought back their stocks, and with this high inflation, they have literally been just upping and been able to make a huge amount of profit because we had a supply crunch. So you couldn't even gripe about how much money. So they've had great profits. Well, now they're starting to report, and those profits are going down. We're getting negative news. We got a lot of negative news last week, and the market rallied because they're thinking, hey, the Fed wants negative news. They want bad job numbers, bad or lower, they want inflation to drop and bad economy, so inflation to drop more. So they're thinking that means the Fed's going to not raise rates again, and they're going to pivot sooner. So that's why we got the rally last week. Well, guys, it's not getting better. There's not one thing across the globe that's positive that I know of. Everything's going down. Real estate, cars are starting to drop like a rock. Repos are going to the moon. In every bad metrics, like the debt of the average person and how much they're carrying on their credit cards, including our government, we're all at historical numbers. So nothing's getting better. So the point about that is, when the next couple of months, when we report these numbers, it's not going to end up being positive that the Fed's going to pivot. It's going to show that we are in a recession. We've been in a recession. They changed the metrics, but no one's going to be able to deny it. We're not having a soft landing. I find that virtually impossible. I could be wrong, but the only way we're going to get a soft landing is a Fed pivot and we start printing money. But if that happens, guys, hold on to your hat. You better make money with your crypto because inflation's going to get so out of hand. People can't handle another inflation boom like we've had. I mean, the average person in America and around the world is struggling hard. The rich is getting richer because they have assets. So their properties and all their assets go up and up and up. But for the average person around the world, man, it's getting tough. We have to get inflation under control. And quite frankly, we need a wipeout. I hope we wake up and get capitulation. That's what I want. You'll know when it's time to buy, in my opinion. We're going to get capitulation or the Fed to pivot and the charts and Bitcoin dominance to start to tell us. But anyway, what else backs up what I'm thinking is, here's the Bitcoin dominance chart. So Bitcoin dominance pulled back last week, but the altcoins didn't start to rally. Well, now it looks like Bitcoin dominance is getting stronger again. Now, so guys, everything is pointing at the market should continue to go down. So we're going to have some type of catalyst, some type of good news to turn Bitcoin around. Now, my thoughts are, no matter pretty much what news we get, I'm not expecting anything that's like the Fed pivot. So the odds are whatever little pump we get is going to be short-lived. Don't chase it, in my opinion, not financial advice. Now, before I let you go, I just want to talk about Bitcoin dominance right now, because a lot of people, a lot of my clients that I'm working with, they're sending me a lot of texts and they're wondering, hey man, I think I should start picking away dollar cost averaging in. And I'm not telling you what to do. Dollar cost averaging into projects that are, pushing the low of the bear market are projects like Algorand that are hitting historical lows. If you believe in that project, I think you'll be happy if you dollar cost average in. However, if your project is bleeding against Bitcoin, let it bleed. Because guys, what Bitcoin dominance tells you is that the market, what money is coming in, is going into Bitcoin. And right now, with Bitcoin going down, that means that they're pulling money out of the market. But normally, when there's an alt season, they're pulling it out of Bitcoin to go into the alts. Well, they're not doing that. Bitcoin's going down and the altcoins are going down. So guys, I don't understand why anyone would want to be stepping in this market, because we could drop another 30, 40, 50% with your altcoins easily. And I want you to imagine something. If I'm right that the next stop for Bitcoin is to go test, say, 20,000, it's definitely, in my opinion, going somewhere around 22. But if it starts to sniff 20,000 and even goes to 19.9, that's going to cause a lot of fear, and those altcoins are going to crash. And then, right then and there, would be a great time, in my opinion, to start dollar cost averaging in. That's my plan. But I hope we get capitulation. But before I go, I want to share something with you guys. If you don't know how to find and compare your token to Bitcoin Dominance, I want to show you. So we'll just say XRP. I know a lot of you guys like XRP. So just type in to Google XRP BTC, right? And that will take you, normally Trading View pops up. See that right there? So what you want to see, if you think that it's time to maybe stack more of your token, whether it's XRP or whatever, you want to see it rally against Bitcoin. That means that the money is starting to flow into Bitcoin, into XRP and the altcoins more than Bitcoin. Now, this is a daily chart. It's down today. That looks like a little pump. But if you look, guys, for the month, if you would have looked at this chart, you would have saw that XRP was bleeding against Bitcoin. So that is a good indication that XRP is going to go down even more. And if you would have just put your money into Bitcoin, say a month ago, and not XRP, that would have saved you almost 20%. Last week, it bled almost 5%. Now, it looked like it was trying to pump, and even that day as well. But guys, all the altcoins, and XRP is no different than any other ones. I haven't found one, and I'm sure there's one or two out there, but 9 out of 10 projects are bleeding against Bitcoin. So the market is telling you that the big money is pulling out of Bitcoin, and it's not parking it in altcoins. So hopefully y'all understand that, guys. And I have a Understanding Bitcoin Dominance video coming out this week. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Because, guys, Bitcoin Dominance really gives you a lot of information, and it's going to be one of the key indicators I will use to really attack this market and start stacking right before the bull run. Bitcoin Dominance is the #1 indicator of what I want to see. And when you start seeing these altcoins flip the Bitcoin Dominance, that's telling you the smart money's going to move from Bitcoin into the altcoins, and we're off to the races. But guys, why would we start a rally tomorrow? It's not like the economy's doing well. The Fed's not printing money. There's not one good thing. We've got a election coming up. We got taxes at the end of the year. You may have some crazy reason to rally into the year. The S&P could hit an all-time high, but I don't see, even if it hits an all-time high, I see a lot of resistance. And if we're lucky, we're going to wake up one morning between now and the halving, and the stock market's going to be down like 25%. Everything's going to be crashing. All the news organizations are going to have to admit that we have a problem, and we're going to have the fear and greed index, just at new numbers, and everyone's going to panic. And guys, we're not going to panic. We're going to get to stacking. At least that's my game plan, not financial advice. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Either way, hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. And let me know, guys, what do you think? 20,000 is the next stop, or is it 30? I don't know, but I think everything's going to keep bleeding throughout this month. Take care, guys.